Welcome back to Pai, small town here in northern Thailand. It's 4:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday, and what I want to do with this video is just go for a walk down to the central area of Pai, to the walking street, and then over to the river. So people who have never been to Pai before, you can get a sense of what the town looks like, how it's put together. And if you've been here in the past, perhaps you'll see a few places that you recognize along the way. In terms of the walking street, obviously it's far too early to go there, 4:30 in the afternoon. It wakes up and comes to life once the sun goes down and gets dark. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock would be a better time to head in this direction. But with the camera, I wanted to come out here while the sun is still out and it's still light out. I've been to the walking street 3 or 4 times already in the evening, and this street itself, where my hotel is located, there's the Lilu Hotel right behind me, will be blocked off. They'll actually put a barrier up even here to keep traffic out, and then the main walking street is also blocked to traffic. And it really does become a walking street where you just walk. Cars and large vehicles aren't allowed in there. Of course, scooters occasionally sneak through and go through the walking street, even when it's jammed with pedestrians. You're never going to stop a scooter in Thailand, that's for sure. I went out to Walking Street on Saturday night last week, but I didn't bring my cameras with me. I kind of kick myself for that now, because it was a great night. And it was really busy. The place was packed, everything was open, there were tons of people everywhere, but I didn't film any of it. I thought I could go out tonight on Saturday night and capture a little bit of the atmosphere. But yeah, right now there isn't much to talk about in terms of the walking street. All these little tables, of course, to my right, they're all set up for tonight, but there's nobody there yet. Yeah, he's busy getting set up. I don't know what this is, actually. This looks like something new. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what ends up on these tables. And this place across the street, I think must be well known. I don't know the name of it, but every time I've come by here, until today actually, there has been live music. Actually, there's one of the regular musicians and another one there. So there was always somebody here playing the drums, guitar, all kinds of things. So I think later on tonight there'll be music coming out of this place. Vespa Bar. So this, I don't know, how do you define walking street? The street ahead of us running in this direction, that's the official walking street. But in my mind, I include this whole area because even this street becomes a very busy pedestrian-only market street at night, and a bunch more in that direction and that direction. This whole neighborhood, the whole area of the city is basically the walking street. It's more like the walking neighborhood, I guess. When I was out here last Saturday with a new friend of mine that I've met through my YouTube channel, he went here for dinner at this spot, had pad thai here, and he said it was pretty good. And I haven't eaten in most of these places, obviously. It would take weeks to eat in every single restaurant, but I've heard a lot about these places, like this place, Ban Pai. It's quite well known amongst foreigners. There's a little coffee shop over there. And this place on the corner always seems to be quite busy with foreign visitors as well. I don't know the name of it, Duong restaurant. But yeah, I've seen tons of people in here. So as you can see, someone here setting up their stall for tonight. And here it is, the official walking street, stretching all the way in that direction to the river. and then going quite a long distance in that direction to a major road, and you get to like a pedestrian barricade there as well, and that will be the farther district of the walking street. For now, I'm just going to head in this direction. What I want to do while the sun is still out is just go down to the river and take a look at some of the guest houses along the river. Check this out. Old school, like flour sack pants, shorts, things like that. If you have your heart set on the classic Thailand elephant pants, you'll definitely find them somewhere on this street. Oh yeah, this is quite a well-known place. So they have, I've eaten here. They have all kinds of dumplings spread out, and they'll heat them up for you if they're not warm enough. That's a cool place because it's open really, really late at night when other places have shut down. And this is the Pai bus station, which is kind of odd. I don't think of Thailand with buses because I've been scootering everywhere. But you can, if you're coming from Chiang Mai by bus, you'll probably end up here. Or maybe there's other bus stations around, but I've seen buses coming and going. And they have a lot of tour companies all up and down this street. And you can arrange to do all kinds of things. There's the Lode Cave that I went to a couple of days ago. So after you spend a few days in Pai, all these names become very recognizable. Santichun, the Chinese village, Coffee and Love, made famous by a couple of movies. The Bamboo Bridge, I went there. The land split, I tried to go there, but it was closed. The World War II bridge, I went there. The Pai Canyon, of course. And looks like they offer here trekking options as well. And there's a couple of photographs, yeah, from the Lode Cave. Very great place. Oh yeah, okay, they have yeah, whitewater rafting as well. Starting at 7:30 in the morning. So this you're called the, actually I heard about this. Someone was telling me, the Duong guest house in Duong trekking. I think it's quite well known amongst foreigners. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, here's I guess a one-day trip. I guess they would take you to all these places in one day. Hot Spring, the Chinese village, the World War II bridge, Pai Canyon, and then Coffee and Love. Cool. Sawasdee krap. Thank you. Thank you. Every time I've walked by this place, I've gotten a kick out of the sign. This is the I'm Fine food and coffee. Kind of like that. Again, these places aren't open yet, but they will be open later on. What's this place called? Ring Mantra. And I think this, no, I'm not thinking of this place. There's a bunch of tattoo parlors here as well. And I've seen a lot of foreigners going in and out of these places, getting tattoos. Friends checking up on friends as they're getting tattooed. You know, people drop by to check on the progress. So this is room 15 tattoo. Body piercing and tattoo. A couple more stalls setting up. Curry puff, roti banana. Cow soy. High in the Sky Hostel. There's a sign for that place. And this is the somewhat famous IP Burger and Grill. I had a burger here actually on my very first day when I arrived in Pai. Yeah, they make a good burger, good fries. And even down here, there's all kinds of restaurants and cafes. All these side streets are jammed with places. I mean, you can tell, look at this sign here, very old one, but I don't know how many of these places still exist. Pai My Way hostel. Whole bunch more signs. Here's another of the tour groups, and as I said, you see the same basic places. You know, the White Buddha. I went there this morning, actually. That was my first stop for today. The Yun Lai viewpoint, which is above the Chinese village. It's a very beautiful spot to go. Coffee and Love. I Love You Pai, very famous spot. Bamboo Bridge, the landsplit, Pai Canyon. And tubing, if that's your thing. Yeah, this is something interesting. They have like sunset tours to go to Pai Canyon. I haven't been there for sunset. I've only been there for sunrises. But I guess you can, if you don't have your own transportation, you can come here. And they got a van that goes at 4:30 and 100 baht. And I guess you bring your own cold beer or arrange that with them. Yeah, so I've seen operations like that in different towns around the world, and what tends to happen, of course, is that there might be one actual company running the tour, but so it's like every one of these shops, these tour agents may not have their own tour, but they will sign you up. And then, you know, one or two people might sign up through every tour agency, but then the same van will come by in the morning or the nighttime, whenever the tour is, and go to each spot and just pick up a few people at each spot. So what I'm saying is you're booking it through them, but you might be booking it with another company. They might be an agent for the other company. And something I find really interesting about a lot of these places on the walking street is this sign that they have here, bring food inside, which is kind of rare, but I've seen that same message at all the bars along here, where they actually encourage you to buy food anywhere you want, and then you can take it into their bar, sit down, drink their beer, but eat food from somewhere else. I mean, around the world, most places frown on that, of course, but here they actually encourage it, which is kind of cool. These are always sitting out here. I don't know if that means they're for rent or not. So if you're not feeling chic enough or hip enough, you can get yourself some tie-dye clothing, of course. Fit in with the crowd. There's Aya Tour and Taxi. And I think these people are quite well known. I've heard of them before, the Aya rent a motorbike company. And they also rent bicycles, things like that. I haven't rented from any of these places, so I don't even know how it works. But the prices seem really reasonable, because they have some motorbikes there. 100 baht for a 24-hour day. I assume those are like low-powered ones, and then it would cost more to get slightly newer, more powerful ones. I don't know. Here's Bamboo and Machine Tattoo Parlor. There's another very well-stocked scooter rental place right on Walking Street. Yeah, same price here. They're advertising 100 baht for 24 hours. Can't beat that. Look at this, tipsy tubing. So tubing, drinking, and dancing with a DJ. And they've been very clever to put their tubes out on the street to catch your eye. Sunset tour at Pai Canyon. The exact same tour that we've seen elsewhere. White Buddha, Chinese Village, Bamboo Bridge. And one of the great things about being in Pai or being on the Mae Hong Son Loop, if you're into bikes, which I'm not, to be honest, but I love looking at them. You see so many amazing motorcycles with different setups for pannier bags, either soft bags or hard cases like this. So many of them, it's incredible. And I haven't been inside this place, but I've noticed it every time I've walked by. The used bookstore. It almost seems like a quaint thing now to see a used bookstore. I own a Kindle, and I don't have it with me. It's in storage in Malaysia, trapped there along with my touring bicycle. But I would read all my books on a Kindle these days. So actually, you know, seeing a bookstore is, yeah, it feels kind of quaint. And I can definitely recommend this place right here, this little place here, the Banh Mi Vietnamese sandwiches. I've had sandwiches from there 3 times already this week. Even when I went out to the Lode Cave, I stopped here the day before to get a sandwich to bring with me to the cave. It's very, very good. I haven't heard of this place before, but it feels like it would be well known. The Savoy Restaurant and Cookery School. Looks like they offer cooking classes. So yeah, all kinds of services being offered here. Getting down towards the end of this part of the walking street, just past a bunch more places that are probably well known. The Blue House, Cafe de Pai, and there's a little side street here. I've seen Mr. Jan's guest house mentioned quite a bit, especially on if you're booking online. It comes up as a good place to stay, not very expensive. Another scooter rental place. They've got a lot for rent, which would seem to indicate there aren't many visitors. But I think later on you'll see that this street is actually pretty busy at night. There might be more people in Pai than you would think. This is the other end of the street that also leads to like Mr. Jan's guest house. And I think this place is quite well known. Grunge burger, beef burger, chicken burger, chickpea burger. I'll bet you, yeah, I think they make a pretty good burger as well. Oh yeah, here's some signs for things down that street. And I think, if I remember right here is sort of the cutoff for the official walking street. Later on tonight, they'll put up a barrier here. You're only allowed to go past here if you're a pedestrian. And then they'll have COVID checks, of course, things like that. But this, to me, is still all the walking street, this whole district. The, Be Young Bar. There, the Rim Pai cottages down, and that's where the river is over there. So there's actually all of those guest houses would face onto the river. I'm gonna head that direction in a second. Yeah, I'm glad I came out here while the sun was still out, so you can actually see all these places. They look, all of them look very cool. This place is quite popular. Always seems to be pretty active late at night. They have live music there later on. And down this street, actually, that's where my new YouTube friend and I had a cocktail. There's the Blue Ox right over there. And I think Cheese Madness is down this street in that direction. Masterly Massage right here on the corner. Yeah, another cafe over here. What's this one? Cafe des Artistes, authentic Thai foods and all-day breakfast. That's definitely a Western concept, isn't it? Once you start seeing that places offer an all-day breakfast, you know that it's a popular place for foreigners like me. Here's the Pai River Corner, resort and restaurant. Yeah, I think this is connected with the cafe, the Hotel des Artistes. Yeah, this Pai River Corner. Looks like they self-describe as offering luxury accommodation. That's kind of cool. I just like the hand-painted signs, is what I mean when I say it's kind of cool. And this is a really interesting feature of Pai that I really like. The river has a bunch of these very low-tech bamboo bridges connecting downtown Pai with all the bungalows that are off in that direction. So across the river, you've got Pai Homey, Pai Country Hut, Poo View Guest House, Pai Smile House, room for rent, and here's the bamboo bridge. Yeah, it looks to be almost entirely bamboo, this one. I don't see any metal anywhere. There's some big wooden posts holding up the whole structure. Oh no, there is some metal. Okay, I lied. I can see a metal frame. Kind of makes sense, because it's a pretty long bridge, really. And there's the river that runs through Pai. Yeah, I saw that when I've been out walking around before. They have kind of a water wheel there. I don't think it serves a purpose. It just looks cool. But you can see there's all kinds of different types of bungalows here. Some A-frames, very simple ones here. Bungalows here. You can probably get to them by road on the other side of the river. I mean, there's a car there. But it'd be a great place to stay, because you could stay in one of these bungalows and you feel like you're in the middle of a village. I mean, look at the environment here. And yet all you have to do is cross this wooden bridge, boom, and you're right on the walking street. And I think the accommodation on the river ranges from here, like this is the cafe or the Hotel des Artistes, a little bit more upscale, and then, some very, very low budget places along there as well. This looks really nice too. Huh. Kind of, yeah, Pai River Corner, kind of tucked away here. Quite a large coffee shop and bar here. And I guess you could sit out here by the river at night. Right up there, you can see another bridge. I'm going to walk up the walking street again and then cross over on that bridge up there while the sun is still out. It's not quite open yet. It looks like they're getting set up, but I think this is a very well-known spot here. The Malam Nog Art Cafe. Not quite sure what the full name is, but it's been jammed with people most nights that I've walked by here. Very casual place with seating on the floor, I think. Yeah, an art cafe. Herbal drinks, kombucha. Just in the couple of minutes that has passed since I walked down through this area, just feels like it's already gotten a little bit busier. Just slowly but surely, more people showing up, more stalls opening up. Yeah, we're right back at the used book stall. And of course, it would not be Thailand without a elaborate Buddhist temple. And this large temple complex is right on Walking Street. I came down, just to show you what I mean. I mean, there's Walking Street right there. And I'm standing pretty much in the temple entrance. And there's some foreigners heading off on their rented scooters. As I always say, there's something about us foreigners, we foreigners, we always are so easy to pick out. Even sitting on a scooter from 1,000 miles away, you can instantly tell, oh, there's a foreigner. Just, yeah, the way we dress, the way we sit, the way we move, so clearly are from another land. But I think this road, the one that goes by the temple, does a little curve here and then goes out to that other bridge, which takes you to more guest houses over here. This is where I'm going, I think. Or am I completely wrong about this? Yeah, it seems to dead end here. This is pie in the sky. I'm back on the walking street. I overshot. I went to the wrong temple to find the road I was looking for. So there's 2 temples here on the walking street. This is another large temple complex. And yes, this looks familiar. This is the street I was looking for. Heads down to the river. This is quite the stand. The Street Vegan #1. I don't think I ever saw that out on Walking Street, but I imagine they'll be set up a little bit later on. I came down here the other day, and I think these places are victims of the pandemic. The Jazz House seems to be closed for now. I'm not sure about this place. The Silvana Pai. Yeah, it looks to be closed as well, though the pool is ready to go, it seems like, but it doesn't look open, and they have the sign covered up for now. I always find little spots like this interesting. You see them in towns, like market towns, near night markets. These little yards where they store the food stalls during the day or at night. These ones look to be out of commission though, so maybe this is where they also go to die when they don't use them anymore. But all these carts have to go somewhere, you know, during the day, and then they come out at night. This looks like a pretty pleasant place. The Breeze of Pai guest house. And their selling point appears to be that this is the best place for air purifying plants lovers. Yeah, that's cool. It was recommended by Lonely Planet in 2007. There's the entrance. Looks like a very, green place. Hello. The Breeze of Pai. And there is a breeze blowing right now, so appropriate name. I'm just coming up on the other bridge that I saw along the river. This is where I was trying to go. Here's the bridge. Meant to be pedestrian only, so they have this little barrier so that scooters can't go across. And I guess the family house Zen is over there somewhere. There it is. Yeah, look at that. I mean, for scenery, 50 meters ago I was on a busy market street, and then now I'm suddenly right here. somebody's on a tube, tubing down the river all by themselves. So, I noticed these the other day too. There's like A-frames there, very simple structures. And then looking the other direction, looks like a little bit more of an upscale place there, that white building. I don't know what that is. And this is the family house at Pai right here. And this is quite a well-known place among backpackers, I think, right ahead of me. I'll walk in that direction. There's a green sign there. It says Golden Hut. I think Golden Hut Chill House. Just that if you go online and look for, budget places to stay in Pai, I think they'll pop up pretty early in your list because their prices are quite low compared to the competition, and they offer, a setting like this right on the river, which is kind of cool. But I haven't seen inside any of their bungalows. I imagine they're pretty rustic, but I'm sure they would do fine. But yeah, can you imagine staying right here on the river? That'd be very nice too. That would be the view from your bungalow veranda. Here it is here, Golden Hut. Yeah, these are the bungalows here. It's supposed to be quite a relaxed kind of atmosphere. And you can sit right out here on the your own private veranda of your bungalow. I imagine these ones right on the river are in pretty high demand. Oh, there goes another tube person. And then if your wallet is a little bit stretchier, has a bit more cash in it, you could get a bungalow like this one here at the Pai River Villa. Looks quite nice. I'm just reaching the end of this stretch of road, and I think there's one more bridge here. Yeah, there it is there. A little bit hidden, but let's go check out this bridge as well. And I'm sure there are a bunch of bungalows and guest houses on the other side of the river here as well. Yeah, there's one, a whole set of bungalows right there. There's the Pai River. It's a very interesting bridge. You can actually get a look at the metal structure underneath. Very jungly. Metal underneath, but then it's got all the bamboo surface to walk on. Yeah, this bridge has seen some mileage. Look at this. Looks like this sign used to be wired. Pai Park. I don't know if that's the name of the bridge or the area. Yeah, it's seen some years, this bridge. Huh. Yeah, I'm still kind of maintaining it. Some of this bamboo looks newer. A quick walk to the middle of this bridge. Whoa, it's a shaky one. Just my footsteps making it bounce up and down a little bit. Yeah, someone did a nice job on this end. Yeah, the flowers, the flower archway. Well, from here, I think I'm going to turn around, head back to the official walking street. I'm just going to backtrack to there and go back out where I came in. I'm almost back at the middle bamboo bridge, and I just noticed you can actually see the big Buddha from here quite clearly. That's interesting. That's where I started my day early this morning. Way up there on the hill, you can just see the big Buddha statue. Cheers. How could I resist? Cold beer down by the river right at sunset. The sun is going down fast, so I'm going to zoom out to the walking street again and do a quick tour to the far end while there's still light. This is where I just had my riverside beer at the family house. Really nice people there. The woman spoke very good English. We had a nice chat as she served me my beer. And they have rooms there as well. Seemed like a really nice place. But saying goodbye to the river. It was also fun to sit there and enjoy the beer because there were so many people walking back and forth across the bridge. People staying in all those guest houses, coming out to get something to eat at the walking street. So yeah, it was a fun place to sit and people watch for a while. But as I said, while there's still a little bit of light left, let's head back to the walking street. Been gone for maybe an hour. See how much the street has changed. How many more shops opened up or food stalls arrived. How many more people there are. Still really early, of course. You won't see the full walking street experience until quite a bit later. I don't know whether I will be out here at that time or not. Probably not. Already a big change. These places were closed as I walked by, and now they're open. That vegan place and Thai food and drinks. Oh, here it is here. That market stall on wheels. Street vegan number 2. They're all set up. Looks great. Well, still pretty quiet. Off in that direction. Yeah, pretty quiet. I'm surprised. I thought it would be quite a bit busier already by now. But yeah, it's still early. But up ahead you can see a lot of the lanterns that are still strung over the streets. I got the impression that all the lanterns were being taken down, but perhaps not. Maybe they're up permanently. Okay, thank you. For some reason, I don't know why, when I walked by before, I thought they were a banana, but now I see on the sign that they're a vegetable. 5 baht each. I got 4 of them as a walking snack. Look at these amazing bunches of bananas. 55 baht, 60 baht for 30 baht for the ones over there. Love those. So, how do you eat your snack and run your GoPro at the same time? Well, the GoPro has to suffer. Oh, actually I saw this guy drive by earlier as that van was filled to the brim with sandals. So I guess he makes his own sandals and sells them in a minivan or a Volkswagen van. That's kind of cool because a Volkswagen van like that was featured heavily in that movie, Pi in Love. Yeah, look at all these stalls that have opened up in the meantime. This is back where my little tour started. So this is the street where my hotel is located. But here you can see it's, gotten changed quite a bit. You can now see all the lanterns up above. It still feels quite a bit emptier than last Saturday, even at this time of the night. I think last Saturday it was, I don't know, twice as busy as this at this time of the evening. Yeah, so something I think has changed. I keep passing interesting places like this. You look at that sign and you would have no idea what it is they offer here, right? But it looks like it's some kind of herbal drink that they serve in a bamboo cup. So that's what's going on here. Lemongrass, bale fruit, jasmine, mint tea. This looks good. I always love these sandwiches. There's a nice coffee shop. Corn on the cob, buttered sweet corn, strawberries, I think. And right up here is what I was talking about, the other end, very official end of the walking street. This is where they have the barrier and blocks off traffic. But beyond this point, you're back into regular city, you know, with regular traffic. A little sit-down restaurant right there. But at this point, I am going to, oh yeah, there's an interesting place. Pai Jaradi Thai German restaurant. Yeah, I'm just going to turn around and head back in, walk along, see what there is to see. I've seen a lot of this, of course. There's the Squid Game t-shirts. And I just recently watched Squid Game, so I'm all caught up in terms of pop culture. And out on one of the side streets, I kept noticing a food stall that was selling like a sugary snack, exactly like the ones that they used in the Squid Game in the like umbrella episode, where they had to cut out the shapes with the needle in order to win the game. And there was an entire stall based entirely on that snack, and they were selling all kinds of Squid Game souvenirs, t-shirts, masks, along with the snacks. So yeah, it's still a pretty big deal, the Squid Game. But yeah, I finally got around to watching it. I enjoyed it. It's a good show, very Black Mirror-esque. That's what I like most about it, sort of the Black Mirror quality. I think I might grab one of these sandwiches, actually. Some weird things in the show, though. The weirdest thing was when they had the, not to spoil anything, I'm sure everyone's seen it by now, but when the VIPs showed up, they were a different type of actor. They were all English-speaking actors, and they were just awful. I mean, they were clearly not actors at all. They were just normal people speaking, and they were such a jarring difference between the Koreans, who were professional actors, trained actors, and all these foreigners that they hired to play the English-speaking role. I mean, they were so weird, so unnatural. Yeah, it really threw me out of the story completely. All those scenes with the VIPs. Yeah. Still, I enjoyed it. And even more than that, I enjoy all the reactions, because you know what happens in each episode. So I always like, after I watch a show that I really enjoy, go onto YouTube and I watch all the reaction channels to see everybody, reacting to all the, the very dramatic and surprising moments in the show. So it's been a big part of my pop culture life lately. There are the lanterns of Walking Street, but I am going to see if I can get one of these sandwiches. See what they can put together for me. So this is what they have on their menu. And since I'm going to be walking and eating, the easiest thing is to get one of the shawarma. And I just went for the chicken shawarma. Looks like it's 50 baht. And there it is. They made it very quickly. It's kind of a smaller shawarma based on my life of shawarma consuming, but I'm sure it'll be pretty tasty. Good deal, I'm sure, for 50 baht. This place caught my eye for my next dish, mainly because they have seating in the back there. So that always captures my heart if they have tables and chairs. And so I think I'm going to get some chicken dumpling soup and maybe something else. I didn't film any of my shawarma consumption just because I was sort of sitting at the side of the road and there's just no way to get organized to eat it and have a camera running. So I just sort of swallowed it and it didn't last long. But yeah, I'm here at a nice little table, which is really nice. And I ordered the chicken dumpling soup and then some kind of an Unan rice noodle salad or something like that. We'll see what I end up with. But here's the stall where I ordered the food. And I noticed on the other day when I was walking by here, there's a mosque right over there. And so I think this is a halal stall. A lot of them here are serving halal food. My food has arrived. They have like paper takeout bowls. I've noticed a lot of people come here and they just take it to go to their guest houses or wherever. But here it is here. This is my chicken dumpling soup. And this is some kind of an Yunnan salad of some kind. And I'm under instructions to mix it all up thoroughly before I eat it. I don't expect any big surprises with the dumpling soup. Guess I'll need a spoon for that as well as chopsticks. That's such a relief to sit down. I can't tell you. Yeah, let's just try some of this soup. She did ask me whether I'm okay with spicy or not, and I'm not proud. I said no. I am, I'm not a spicy guy, so I said it does not have to be super spicy for me. That's nice. It's nice. It's really hot. Really, really hot broth. Oh yeah, a lot of dumplings and a lot of vegetables in there. So this is going to be between the two of them, it's going to be quite filling. I'm in the middle of a scooter racetrack. Let's see what I've got going on here with my Unan salad. Now there's like cabbage, shredded cabbage, rice noodles at the bottom, some onions, a whole bunch of vegetables, different sauces. Yeah, there's just like a whole, there's a whole universe of flavor in there. So I'll follow orders and mix it all up. If it was like super spicy and I knew they added like real hot sauce, I probably wouldn't mix it up because I've been burned by that before, where I took a whole meal and I took something extremely hot and spicy and mixed it through the whole thing, and that became a chore to eat for me. But she did ask me whether I wanted it spicy or not, and I said no, so perhaps it won't be overly hot. Let's try some of these noodles. It's a nice flavor. I wish I could tell you what it is, but yeah, I have no idea. Now there's something going on there, some sort of nutty flavor, or not really sure. Funny thing is, when I don't know how to describe a flavor, my fallback position is always to say that there's some kind of nuts in there, like a nutty flavor. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I like them both. Very good. I'm going to settle in and enjoy these, and I'll check back with you later. Probably going to go look for a drink next. I'm in the mood for actually a fruit smoothie or something like that. I haven't had one of those for a long time. I'm back at the main intersection of the walking street. It's kind of a T intersection. My hotel is off in that direction. That's where I just came from, where I had my dumpling soup and unan salad. And to be honest, I think that is going to be it for my tour of the night market tonight. Going to walk along this portion over here, see whether my Squid Game snack place is here tonight or not. The other nights that I've been out here, as I said, it's actually been much busier than this. And I remember when I was out before, there was tons of live music, and there were like performers on various spots around, musicians and dancers, a whole variety of them, and I haven't seen anything like that tonight. So it's a pretty quiet night here at the Pai Walking Street. But still, if your hotel is 3 minutes away, it's a pretty enjoyable evening just to wander over here. Doesn't take a lot of effort. Go for a stroll, have something to snack on, and then head back to your hotel. Yeah, even the Squid Game snack stall doesn't seem to be here, because I'm pretty sure it was sitting somewhere over here. Maybe up there a little bit. Yeah, I don't really remember. And that's it. Walking street behind me. I never did see my Squid Game snack stall, so I don't know where they are tonight. Funny thing is, there's a spot here. I don't know what it is. It's called Smile Pie by K Bank, and that's actually a place that I saw in that movie Pie in Love. I think it's just a bank, and yet somehow the characters in that movie were coming out of that place. So the movie seemed to focus on that sign quite a bit, as if that place was important, but it's really just a bank. So there you are. Well, there's a bunch more people heading towards the market. But for a quick stroll around just to see a little bit of Pai, I think that'll do for this evening. And as always, thanks for coming with me on this little tour, and I'll see you in the next video.